Philip, I'll get the big one out of the way first. Have you decided on whether or not you're playing next year?
No, it's not that easy. Um, I mean, I don't go this route with an answer often, but I think this probably sums it up. Um, Whatever God's will is for me and my family, if it's here in Indy playing another year, then we'll be here. And if it's not, I'll be on a sideline somewhere. I know where. I'll be on the sideline with the Ballcat, coaching the heck out of a high school football team down in South Alabama. So whatever God's will is what I want to happen, and I'll be fine with that. Obviously, if I go on and on with that answer, it'll be nothing but a bunch of emotion talking. But I think that's at the end of the day, that's clearly what will guide the decision.
Mike Chappell.
Philip, when you decompress tonight, tomorrow, whatever, is this a game? Give credit to Buffalo, yes, but is this a game you guys just let get away with the 2 out of 5 in the red zone and just not making enough plays?
Yeah, it's exactly what we said really early in the week. What we said all in our meetings and what I've said, production meeting yesterday, and I think to you guys on what was Tuesday, I guess, was it's going to be situational football, scoring touchdowns in the red zone, converting third down, and taking care of the football. Well, we took care of the football. We were 53% on third down, which is a win, and but we didn't score in the red zone, and that was obviously the difference in the game. Kicked the field goal in the second drive. Didn't get a touchdown on the fourth down, missed a field goal. I mean, you look at those, there you go, right there. That's the difference in the game because, I mean, we've had 470 yards of offense, 2 penalties, no turnovers. We played good, but didn't play well enough. I mean, I think our D would probably say the same thing. I mean, gosh, they had the 2-minute drive at the end of the half where we jumped offside. That they gave up. But I mean, against that offense that's been scoring 30, averaging 40 a game the last however many weeks, and to hold them for 2 for 9 on third down, it's the situational stuff, and it's what y'all ask me what have I learned in the playoff losses that I've been around, and it's just that. It wasn't that we just played terrible, we just didn't do the little things well enough to win.
Mike Wells.
Hey, Philip, we've seemed to ask you the entire regular season about you guys in the red zone. Are you surprised that you guys couldn't find it on a consistent basis throughout the season, get it going instead of getting field goals, getting touchdowns?
Mike, I'd probably misspeak if I tried to say I know exactly how we were all year long. Felt like there for a while we had a good stretch, and then we had 1 5 of 6. Felt like we were getting those touchdowns. Not as good. The last 2 weeks of the regular season, and then today, obviously. But it's this much. It's this much, and that's what we know this league is. We talk about it that's what this league is in the regular season, and then it's about this much when you get to the postseason. I mean, we're 11-win good football team, and that's a 13-win good football team. And you look at what was out there, we weren't outmatched. That's for sure. We went up and down the field. We just, again, didn't do the little things and make the plays. I mean, I missed Pitt we ran that exact play and that exact throw against Green Bay in 2015 with Frank, as a coordinator, and Nick there, and we hit it on fourth down. And I just missed it, just missed TY on the long one on 3rd and 7. Just missed, get through the ball behind Mike on the slant before we missed the field goal. I mean, those are small misses, and they go unnoticed if we win the game, but they're huge, obviously, when you don't.
You held your finger up showing the smallness of margin of error. That when you guys went for it late in the first half, is that a prime example? I know you guys were still in the game, but then that was kind of a Buffalo went on a 17-0 run after that. Just kind of the margin of error allowed.
Yeah, we had a chance to go up 17-7 at their place, here on the road, 17-7, and didn't get it done. And shoot, you look at the end of the day, we didn't quit fighting. We kept rolling and lose by 3 points. So it was a heck of a year. It's always hard when you get in the postseason. Teams I've been on when you've been eliminated early, with 2 or 3 weeks to go in the season, emotionally you're kind of prepped for that week 17 Sunday to come around and it be over. But we didn't pull in here today expecting for it to be over. That's for sure. So it's always tough.
Zach Kiefer.
Phil, you said just missed, and in a lot of ways that could be the story of your season. Is that what you're going to take away? Is this team had all the pieces to do something in the playoffs, and it's just missed against Jacksonville in week 1, and maybe you're hosting a playoff game today, and then just missed against Pittsburgh in week 16, and maybe you're hosting a playoff game, and then today, I mean, you had every shot to win it, and you just came that close. Is that your takeaway from this year?
I mean, that's probably that's one way to look at it. I mean, it's hard to say you just missed when you win 11 games. I mean, the 13-3 teams just missed going undefeated. I mean, the Kansas City just missed winning them all. New England, we can go on and on of those teams. I mean, we won 11 games. Of all the years that, a home field advantage wouldn't have been as much, it would have been this year. Obviously, there was some noise today. It's pretty impressive that there was only 6,700 in here. It's pretty impressive, 6,700. No, I mean, I don't think I look at that regular season as just missed. Yeah, we love to win them all. I mean, that's competition. That's sports. But today we did. Today we just missed. We just missed. We played well enough to win in so many ways. But like my dad always says, y'all have heard the phrase, almost doesn't count, horseshoes, hand grenades, whatever the phrase is. That's kind of what it was today.
George Bremer.
Philip, you've had a lot of experience over the years. How long you kind of run down already some of the little things that didn't go right. How long does it take in the off season to kind of get over a tough loss like?
I think usually midweek this week, you start kind of, gosh, I mean, what are you going to do about it? You're not prepping for another team. It just feels weird. And then when next Saturday and Sunday rolls around, it kind of reopens the wound. And then when the next Saturday or next Sunday championship weekend rolls around, it reopens it. And then when the Super Bowl rolls around, it reopens it. I always look forward to the Monday after the Super Bowl when, if I am playing again, when everybody's 0-0 again. It's kind of like, all right, that year's gone now. We're all 0-0 again. So usually the weekends when you're watching Buffalo play at Kansas City, it'll reopen that wound. But it's it's a really neat team. I know you've heard me say it. I think under these circumstances, I know personally for me, to develop the type of bond and camaraderie that we had, it was pretty special for sure. I mean, all the protocols and not being here until August. It was a heck of a team to be a part of. So certainly disappointing finish like this when you just believe it's the year, and I think that's the competitor in me. I've never not believed it was the year, but it was a special team to be a part of.
Stephen Holder.
Hey, Philip, down there at the goal line before halftime, when you guys lost a couple yards on third down, did you even at that point have any doubt Frank was going to pull the trigger and go for it? Were you guys pretty much dead set at that point, do you think?
No, certainly all respect and don't want to speak out of turn to what Frank, what information he gave.
Right.
I think it was being discussed, I mean, it said, shoot, we're going to kick it. And then he said, shoot, I think we should go. And it by no means was it wishy-washy. It was just kind of,
right.
let's lay it all out there. And then we said, what about the mesh? That was the play, part of the play call. And I said, yeah, I like it. If we want to go for, if we're sure we want to go for it, I like it. And so we went for it. And I mean, I just barely missed. I mean, Pittman's open. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's a foot too far. It's a foot too far. It's 17-7, and they're in trouble. But that goes to show you how this game is.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, we'll go last one, Jim Aiello.
Yeah, Philip, I know this doesn't. It doesn't get easier as you get older. You getting emotional now. They get harder to accept. Like you talk about how rare these opportunities are in the postseason. Does it get harder to accept these?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think so. I mean, shoot, it's hard to go back, 12 years ago to think how I felt. It was pretty emotional in that New England locker room in the championship game. I mean, each year you've been eliminated. It's pretty emotional just because all you put in, you put in, shoot, even this year, not being together, but we put in a lot of time since April. And you put it all in, not just for this, but certainly for an opportunity to win a championship. Everything matters. Every day matters. Every relationship, every interaction matters. So, it's never a wasted year by any means. But yeah, it's you're playing to win it all, or they wouldn't keep score. And so you're always disappointed. It's always emotional. But yes, is it more emotional when you're in your 17th year and you're about to be 40 and you're not sure if you walked up your last tunnel? Yeah, heck yeah, it's more. But it was a heck of a fun season. I certainly there's zero regret in moving to Indiana and playing for this franchise and having a chance and meeting a bunch of new guys that I'll keep a relationship with. So we fell short today, but I'll walk out of here with head held high for sure.